Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shannon and this is One Spark of Magic. And today is Friday, which means we have another episode of our 5 on Fridays. And I'm super excited to bring you here to the Magic Kingdom. And we are going to be doing 5 new treats that I have never had. I'm going to review them. I'm going to let you know if they're worth the value, if they taste good, and if you should get them next time you're here. So I'm really excited. Let's get started. We've got a lot of eating to do. All right, so we have acquired our first snack of the day, and it is the candied bacon. Now, this is over in Frontierland, and you can find it at Westward Ho. One of the things I do want to point out, though, is that this place closes early, sometimes around 3 o'clock. So I would suggest getting this early, but this is a perfect breakfast. Anyways, I mean, it's bacon. Forget about the candy. But let's go ahead and give this a shot and see if it tastes as good as it smells, because, oh, it smells good. You can smell that brown sugar. This is so delicious. All right, that bacon was absolutely delicious. I devoured it. It was so good. The only complaint was like the first several bites were just mainly fat, but it tasted so good. It was nice and greasy. It had the brown sugar on it. Perfect, unhealthy morning snack. Really liked it. Would definitely recommend. It is a little pricey at $10. And I can't really justify that for one slice of bacon. It is a thick cut bacon and it's center cut and it is delicious. You do get a bag of chips. I don't need a bag of chips with it. It's not a meal. It's just a snack. It should be more like $6, $5, $6 and no chips. And then I would say, okay, it's reasonable. That's the only thing, but it is delicious. So, you know. Sometimes you have to pay for delicious. All right, we are headed now to our second treat of today that I have never tried before, and it is going to be over here in Fantasyland from Friar's Nook. And this is going to be loaded tater tots. So it's going to have cheddar, it's going to have bacon, it's going to be drizzled with ranch dressing, and it's going to have green onions. It's going to be a mouthful of deliciousness. I'm really excited to try this. Off of just first impressions, the only thing I can say is there are a ton of tater tots in here. Not a lot of cheese, not a lot of ranch. So that could pose a problem. But let's give it a try, see how it tastes. I mean, really, can you go wrong with tater tots, with cheese, and bacon, and ranch? No. No, I don't believe you can. This is definitely a Shannon approved snack. Definitely a delicious and huge portion. I got this and a large Coke to go with it, and the total was $16. So I want to say this was like $10.49. I'll double check that. I will put the correct number here, but this is a huge portion. I am not going to be able to finish this. Not even close. Probably not even half of it. So I would highly suggest if you're going to get this to be sharing it. That would definitely be my suggestion, but it is good. It is very, very good. Shannon approved. All right, you guys, we have finally achieved our next snack, and we were over at Golden Oak Outpost, where we got Tiana's beignets. Now, these beignets are drizzled with honey and powdered sugar. Now, I was really excited when I was waiting for them because it was taking a long time. I saw them frying them up fresh, and I was so excited. Then I realized they let the beignets cool before they put the powdered sugar on, so the powdered sugar doesn't stick because it's supposed to kind of like congeal to the hot beignets. And so all the powdered sugar is just coming off as people are taking bites, and there's very little honey on it to keep that on either. I don't really prefer honey on my beignets. I'm more of a person that just likes my powdered sugar, and hot fried dough. So I'm a little concerned that these beignets are just not going to be that good. I will be comparing them more to the Port Orleans beignets than actual Louisiana, New Orleans beignets, since I haven't had those. So that's what my comparison will be, and we're just going to dive right on in. These are nice and pillowy on the inside and airy, just like they're supposed to be. But they're a little too airy. They're a little too much. Okay, I did try one of the other beignets that was a little bit smaller and didn't have as much airiness to it. And it did taste better. It had a little bit more doughiness without being donutty, which was really nice. The honey actually is very good on it, surprisingly to me. I really like that little bit of honey and drizzle. Gave it a little bit of flavor. Again, they're just room temp. So like when you get them over at Port Orleans, they are fresh and hot and delicious. The powdered sugar, some of it kind of melts and congeals to the beignets that make it taste so good and almost like a little bit of a glaziness to it. Obviously, it's powdered sugar. It's going to fall off and be messy, but these, they're not sticking at all. The powdered sugar is just completely falling off, so you can't really get that flavor in there. So it just kind of tastes like fried dough, which again is not bad. It's just not as good as Port Orleans, and I've been told that the Port Orleans ones are not nearly as good as the ones from New Orleans themselves. Obviously, I wouldn't expect them to be. So for ranking them, these would be below Port Orleans. And the only other ones I can compare them to are the ones at Mardi Gras at Universal. Those ones I put below the ones at Port Orleans, but I put above these. So these are so far in last place, but if they just served them a little bit hotter, I mean, they were making them fresh right there. There was no reason for them to wait to get to room temperature. I mean, they were making people wait for them, and they were just sitting there underneath this fan that was blowing cold air on them. That doesn't make any sense to me. Serve them hot. Make them better. It's just, if you're going to serve beignets, serve them fresh, serve them hot. That's all I got to say about that. Apparently, that's not all I have to say about that. I just went to go take a bite of the third one. I can't even get my nail through. I can't eat it. Not Shannon approved. It went from just being okay to now being not approved. All right, we finally made it to our next snack, which was over at Gaston's Tavern. We got the creme brulee croissant. I'm really excited to try this. This has been all over the internet and all over Instagram for months, and I'm just excited to finally be able to try it. Oh, there is this delicious, sorry, the wind is really bad. There's this delicious filling in here. It is so freaking good. This was everything that everyone's been raving about. It is delicious. The outside is nice and candied with a nice crunch, gives it a nice texture. The croissant itself is buttery, has a lot of flavor, and the filling, it's like a vanilla pudding with vanilla bean in it, and it's just very light. It's not too sweet, which makes this perfect. It's not too sweet. Like, it's a creme brulee croissant, but it's not super sickly sweet. I don't know how to describe it. It's just the right amount. Very good. This is so totally approved. I 100% agree with everything. I'm very, very happy with this. Much better than the last So this one is Shannon approved. Great job, Disney. All right, you guys, we have made it to our last snack of the day, our fifth snack, our 5 on Friday, and we are over here at Cosmic Rays, and it is the black garlic truffle aioli Parmesan French fries. These smell and look delicious, so I'm hoping these are much better than the amazing French fries over at Animal Kingdom, because those were just not great. So these look really good. There actually looks to be a lot of aioli on here, so that's a good sign, and they don't seem to be cold, so that's also a good sign. So let's get into this. Okay, these fries are like secretly baller. Like really, really good. The aioli is strong with that black garlic and the truffle seasoning. If you've never had black garlic before, it is delicious. I use it all the time in my hamburgers. So when I make my patties by myself, I put the garlic in there. Oh, and it's so good. It's definitely got more of an earthy taste to it than regular garlic does, and it just adds another layer to it. It goes really well, pairs well with truffle. So this is just dynamite. If I had one criticism of it, it's just I would love to have more aioli on here. It is $6.49, so it's not a bad price for a snack. However, since there is no protein on this at all, I would hope to have more aioli on there to justify the price. That being said, they're delicious. And even the Parmesan on top adds a bit of extra saltiness to it, because the fries aren't super salty. They're just kind of plain. But that's okay when you have good flavored seasonings and sauces on top. These are really great. The Parmesan adds that, again, that saltiness and crispness to the dish. It's really, really delicious. All right, that is going to conclude this video of our 5 on Friday with 5 new snacks here at the Magic Kingdom. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found a new snack that maybe you want to try next time you're here. I would definitely say my number 1 would have to be the creme brulee croissant. That was so delicious, with a number 2 being the candied bacon. Both of those were delicious. I would definitely get those again. So until next time, I'm Jan with One Spark of Magic. And make sure you watch all the rest of my videos for the series, and let me know what 5 you want to see next. Toodaloo.